Hey guys, Michael Chassis Parts Online here. This is the 80 to 96 frame boxes. And man, these are a pain in the ass to build. This is prototype number 2. The first set I made in the shop, cut the metal, drilled all the holes, made them fit the chassis I had in the shop at the time. And then I drew these in CAD off of that. And the previous version before this didn't have this plate on the inside. It just had these and another plate right there. But like I do on everything else that I make, like the first couple of designs are really kind of overbuilt. As you can see, this one's got nuts inside there. It's got nuts inside here too. A threaded nuts, you can see them inside there. That's so you can bolt them. You cross over here, put your bolts in, and then on the outside you can do the same. You can mount the coilover mount or whatever to these holes from the outside, and they don't have to go through at that odd angle, see? So, yeah, it's way overbuilt. It's kind of heavy. I had to make these. That needs to be built into this piece. It just needs to be notched and bent so that we can weld that right there. These square holes need the square holes like I have in the other ones need to go here on top and on the bottom instead of having to put a bolt through there to hold that nut down before I weld it. If I just put a square hole like on my other frame boxes, all I got to do is hold that down and tack it. Then I can weld it. Don't have to put a bolt in and out. Saves time, and you know, time is money. So we also don't need these nuts on the inside here. You can get inside here on either one, here or from the other side. You can get in there to bolt the outside to it, and then come in here and do the inside. Or you can get to it from the ends if I make a different hole here. You've got holes to pass through wiring or brake lines and such. Front and back, same way. So, yeah, this thing is really heavy. But you know that truck, it's offset. It gets wider at the front. There's 4, you've got that. That's what makes this so hard to mount. This is wider right here. And this is where the thing sits in the frame. This sits against the main crossover. This would actually be the right side, okay? And the frame, as you can see, is wider at the front, curves out. I think these could be simplified. Put my square holes there to weld those in. Not have to plug them in and bolt them up and then take them out with a wrench while they're hot. I can finish this part in a whole lot less time and send it on down the line with less time, with time in it, and time is money, as you know. So I'm going to redesign this a little bit. Whoever gets these is going to get a really tough set of mounts, and I've got material to build the next set of these same ones, which I'll do. I don't know if I'm going to make any changes to it before I build them or not. But these will fit on an 80 to 96 frame, and they'll make a hell of a set of frame boxes that are nice and sturdy. I just need to have less time in these when I build them, so I'll figure out a bunch of ways to make these lighter, to make them less material, to make them easier to put in. And I've got a frame out back, a completely bare 80 to 96 frame, but I need to bring it in and put it on my chassis table. My chassis table is still covered in crap for probably a few more days. So we'll try to get it done over the weekend. Get the chassis up there. That way we can see if there's any other ways we can make these go install faster. But for now, they got a whole bunch of holes, and each one of those holes has a welded nut, just like that, top and bottom. Okay. These use the same, everything else is the same on here. Same upper mount, same rear arm mount, same coilover mount. except on this one you can move it up and down as much as you want. The color than that you can. Being the low, a very low truck with Crown Vic on it, shouldn't be a problem. You can get as low as you want to, really. Okay, so I think that's about all I got for that. You know, this is tabbed in here and here. So these pieces weld at the top, bottom, and the middle. Okay, same thing for here. They welded here with tabs. I don't have the right height here. I need to bring this up a little bit. I need to bring that out a little bit. And then fill the corner and round it off, because the outside of the frame right there is real, kind of a big sweeping bend. It's not a real sharp bend like back here. So I got to get rid of this. I don't like all that. So I'll do whatever changes I got to make to get rid of all those weld-in bugs, and I'll figure out how to make them better. But I usually do. Like I said, I like, every time I make one of these, something new, I'm always over designing the first one. This is basically made off of another set that I had already made before. So I've got another set of the materials to build another one of these. So whoever gets these first two sets is going to get some really well built parts. This is the again. This is the 80 to 96 F100 narrow crossmember frame boxes for the CPO narrow crossmember.